Hello there. The Consulting Club of IIM Ranchi, which is called Conundrum, is extremely elated to present to you Know Your Domain. My name is Manushmita and I'll be talking about the basics of consulting, like what exactly is consulting, the various types of consulting, and the skills required to be a consultant. Well, stay tuned in the video to know more. Hi. So the very first question that a lot of us have before entering a B school, or we might have heard it, that what exactly is consulting? Now this is a very common question. Now Webster's dictionary defines consulting as the act of giving professional advice. But this is a very broad statement and it includes a lot of other professionals like doctors, lawyers, or accountants. So what kind of advice are we really talking about? Well, at times, companies require expert advice on certain problems which their current employees cannot solve. Now, for example, while entering a new market to launch a new product, or while improving the effectiveness of the current business, or when they want to implement a new software and want to train their employees for it. In such cases, companies hire certain professionals who help solve them this problem. So that is what exactly consultants do. Consulting is incredibly diverse and the real scenario are far from what you actually hear. Now firms may come from various industries like energy, healthcare, finance, and they focus on various business aspects from IT to strategy, operations, engineering. And so the work that these firms do and the roles that the consultants play vary quite a bit. Now, let's talk about the kinds of consulting. The first kind is management consulting. Now, this is the most common one. When you hear someone say the word consulting, they are talking about actually management consulting. So this field is largely dominated by the huge firms like McKinsey, Bain, the Boston Consulting Group. Big names, right? You have all heard it. These help businesses, enterprise businesses, improve their strategy and operations, and they also help in managing significant business events like mergers and acquisitions. The kind of consulting jobs that you would find in B schools, and the most common ones are in management consulting. So they are the kinds of IT consulting, strategy consulting, financial advisory consulting, risk and compliance consulting, HR consulting, and many others. The second category of consulting is called corporate consulting. Like the word consulting, this category covers a wide spectrum of job descriptions. This is more like a catch-all category for those with the word consulting in their job descriptions in the corporate world. This can look like implementation teams, B2B consulting businesses, in-house consulting services, and a host of other things. So the third kind of consulting that we are going to talk about is called independent consulting. Now this is basically a person who has gained enough expertise and knowledge in a particular field and decides not to be anyone's employee but to go ahead and start his own consulting service and become a consultant. Now thanks to the emerging gig economy, it is virtually possible for anyone to become a consultant. Someone who has enough knowledge and expertise can become a consultant. Now, the third question that we're going to answer is, what are the special skills that is required to become a successful consultant? The first thing that any consultant should have is strong analytical skills and problem solving skills, because consulting is a job which requires a lot of problem solving. You're basically providing a recommendation to a business problem. Solving a business problem, you're also providing a lot of information. And a major part of consultants' lives involves understanding what the problem is. So, analytical skills and problem solving skills are the number one priority. The second kind of skill that is extremely important is to have effective communication and strong leadership skills. These kind of skills are extremely important because you would be working from project to project and your teams would be changing as per the projects. Hence, it is extremely important that to give your clients the best of the best and the most positive changes, you have strong communication as well as the ability to lead teams and also be flexible with teams. Apart from the skills that I've mentioned, the other things that is extremely important are strong intellectual curiosity, and a good presentation skill is very, very important, such that you showcase your work in the best of the best ways to your clients. Well, the last question that we are going to answer is, how are we supposed to prepare for consulting interviews? Now, to get yourself shortlisted in consulting interviews, the first thing that you need to be very, very, very thorough with are guesstimate problems and solving case questions. A consultant is someone who would solve real life business problems all throughout their careers. Hence, it's extremely important that you know the ABC of solving a case and also guesstimates, which requires strong statistical analysis and basic understanding and assumptions. Well, apart from being able to solve guesstimates and to solve case questions, another thing that is extremely important is that you are very, very thorough with Excel and PowerPoint presentations. I think these are the two skills which is extremely, people underrated, but it is very important for a consultant. And also get yourself enrolled in live certifications once you're in the B school. Get yourself the basic certifications that is required in consulting. And also there are a lot of boot camps that the B schools organize. Get yourselves enrolled in it, because these serve as accountability for you in terms of you being able to solve a huge number of cases. I think a successful consultant is one who has solved quite a lot of cases all throughout their preparation time before their consulting interview, before their big consulting interview. So these are the basic things that you should look out for. Well, we have reached to the end of our video, and thank you so much for staying till the end. For more such information, do follow us on our social media handles. You can see them on the screen right now. And we're really hoping that we see some of you on campus with us. Till then, stay solved.